ꯑꯩꯒꯤ ꯃꯤꯡ ꯎꯁꯝ ꯅꯤꯡꯊꯧꯈꯣꯝꯕ ꯃꯤꯇꯩ ꯑꯩ ꯏꯪꯂꯤꯁꯀꯤ ꯑꯣꯖꯥꯅꯤ. Hi everyone. Ngasi akhoi tawdusina Environment and its Protection ko Class 8 ki chapter number 16 de yawba chapter ama khakni. So environment haise kaino akhoi gi nak yet lariba akhoi gi surrounding de lariba everything ko say it may be animals, it may be trees, water, hills, mountains ko rivers, everything that are found surrounding us ko mokhoi siba akhoi na kai ko ge matamda akhoi gi question lari se this is called environment ko. Sigi chapter se akhoi tamduse it is actually a dialogue between a boy called Mani and his father. Mani kauba kaino magi nupa macha amaga magi mapaga wari sanaba dialogue amakhakne discourse haitare ko. So akhoi na yengbudan kain tawgani sigi wari sina akhoi na paba matamda kain tamgani nakana ma side amadana Mani father han tharamgani Mani's father kainaga aduga ngasai nakal amadana kiduge matamda all those words, all those lines ko spoken by them directly ko ngasai gi he akhoi na thain adagi tam iba atu wari sing tamba dumaina he said, she said, she replied kaheba. Those words are not to be found here ko direct mokhoi gi speech to idoini ko masiba ko direct speech ane ko moi na ngangi bu mong se ko kemta semdok tabi to buse. So sigi dialogue se paraga yeng se kamang to bono ko actually this dialogue si se kari the start to ge matamda it is started by Mani ko. So Mani starts the dialogue, Mani starts the discussion ko telling his father about an essay competition. Essay competition amo tawgadore haibagi mawong da sa mana magi father da tamme. So Mani tells his father that an essay competition is to be held ko on when ko kadang kanda no on June that 5 ko 5th of June. That is World Environment Day ko. Prithvi gi oina hong khuding makta khoi na pangthokpa World Environment Day numit se on 5th of June ko sida khoi na mohoi gi school da essay competition ama tawgani na hai. So what is the topic? The topic is your environment and what you can do to protect it ko. It is very interesting one. Your environment, nangi environment ko, nangi akhoi buda lerive environment and what you can do to protect it. That is the topic of Mani's essay competition. So let's see how his father explains about environment. That environment means our surrounding. Mani's father explains to his son that our environment means our surrounding. Our surrounding, which includes air, water, animals, trees. In fact, everything that surrounds us are the different components which constitute our environment. Component the environment. So there will be no environment without those things available in our surrounding. Surrounding the available the environment environment. Actually, human beings severely harm the environment. Mani father Mani we human beings severely harm the environment. We are harming. We are actually a very harmful thing to the environment. Environment ki harmful thing. We are damaging the environment. We can see all those examples surrounding human beings na environment pu kamaina harm doge haibase. One such activity is deforestation. Deforestation this is one such yamna vital important activity karamba activity harming the environment ko environment bu harm tobagi activity ama hayo haitaragde khoin tobo ko phataba thaba ma haitaragadi one bad thing which is done by us most of the time frequently to harm the environment, deforestation. Then what is this deforestation? Deforestation means cutting down the trees. It will decrease the forest area. Forest hausariba umyamdo akhoi sum nyantat pataragadi kedorani forest area se leshala aroiba. It will decrease the forest area. That is called deforestation. So trees or roots of the trees retain water in the soil. ꯉꯁꯥꯏꯒꯤ trees ꯅꯠꯇ꯭ꯔꯒꯅ tree ꯎꯒꯤ ꯃꯔꯥ ꯍꯥꯏꯇꯥꯔꯦꯀꯣ ꯎ ꯅꯠꯇ꯭ꯔꯒ ꯎꯒꯤ ꯃꯔꯥꯁꯦ ꯃꯈꯣꯏꯅ ꯀꯩꯗꯧꯒꯦ ꯃꯇꯝꯗ they have the capacity, they have the ability to hold the water which is found underground ꯗ ꯂꯩꯔꯤꯕ soilꯗ ꯂꯩꯔꯤꯕ 이싱ꯁꯤꯡꯗꯣ 모이나 파전바 ngambagi 모이다 shakti ama leba, power ama leba. But if there are no trees or less trees, then the rainwater falling on the hills came down the hillside, causing severe flood and mudslides ko. Ngasagi nong gatar akanda ching tasalani ching ngasai uwam da hojagadi kaidorani. If there is no tree, if there is no plants on the hill, then what will happen? The rainwater will slide down. Yam thuna zar na chendarani. Maduna kaidogi matam the flood kumba mudslide kuma thorani, because all those soil, all those ngasai leibak kumbodo udugi marasinduna puzzle lega do puzzle laro aduna kaidorani mudslide kuma thorani. So hillsides without trees cannot hold water. We also see lots of landslides and mudslides here in Manipur ko. Akhoi Manipur adum urgal abu atani ko. Ngasagi Mao ge area da, Senapati area da, ching lairiba ching mayam se da haitare ko ngasai Tamenglong do oirasu. So frequently mudslides, landslides adum thengni akhoi na ko. Then Mani asks a solution for this ko. Mani asks his father, so what is the solution for such kinds of mudslides? The father answered, we must put a check on cutting down of trees. To some extent, we must stop cutting down the trees. Ado akhoi uyan thapase tokpa ngamgadra. Uyan thapase khoi tokpa ding ngamdaba yai ko, because we still need woods ko, we still need furnitures of wood ko. We still need firewoods ko. Khoi sing darkar ta ni, furniture sembagi darkar ta ni, and ato process mayam amagi dawang te yum sa da yar oi ko. We still need woods ko, but for that we have to keep in our mind to plant another one ko. In that way, we will be able to save our environment. Then Mani further tells to his father that I have somewhere read that fewer trees means less oxygen. Mani is asking his father that, father, once I have read somewhere that fewer trees means less oxygen. If there is less trees, there will be less oxygen heaven. I think we know about this ko. Oxygen because oxygen is given by the trees ko. We exhale carbon dioxide, we take in oxygen. What about the trees? They take in carbon dioxide and they gives out oxygen. They give out oxygen. That is why trees are very important. Then they further talk about pollution. Pollution means adding of unwanted substances into the natural environment. Natural environment environment unwanted substances, dirty things just to make our environment dirty. That is called pollution in simple language. So his father first explains about the air pollution. Air pollution So what is air pollution? Air pollution is high grade pollution adding of something unwanted, something dirty to our natural environment. Suppose air our air becomes polluted, dirty. When we add something dirty, some dirt, some plastic bottles, anything, waste materials in our water, river water, river water, it will become dirty. Just like that, that air pollution are caused by burning of coal, petrol, etc. So when our vehicles burn petrol or diesel, they release a poisonous gas called carbon monoxide. When we drive it, actually the engine is burning. Burn to petrol or diesel. Petrol gumba, diesel gumba when they get burnt, they produce a very poisonous gas, carbon monoxide. And this poisonous gas, when it get mixed up into the air, our air becomes polluted, dirty, harmful. And it causes lots of diseases. Allergy cold, heart diseases, many types of cancer. And have you heard about acid rain? Acid rain ko mo so lay ko kay doge matam da akhoi gi prithvi sidagi akhoi miyoi bana tori ba thabak myam sidagi akhoi na mod hali ba air mod hali je sina maram oraga air da ngasai gi sulfuric acid ki chang je wangkhat leba, and that sulfuric acid to mo kamai doge matam da nong tarak pa matam da acid se yauraga nong tar ebo ko, which is very very harmful ko madu boy khoi acid rain an ko. So such things, such disasters are happen because of air pollution. Akhoi thokan banebo ko air pollution thokpadagi sigi disaster myam je oi inebo. And one more thing, the father said ko that akhoi gi atmosphere je akhoi gi earth ki atmosphere je sida kamai to ge matam the carbon dioxide yawi ko akhoi na sor hondo ki carbon dioxide myam je, it is found in the atmosphere ko, but it is increasing ko maji yamna chang hengal ib. Why? Because our human population is being increased, whereas plants and trees we are cutting them down. That is why number of trees are decreasing, number of humans are increasing, and that is why carbon dioxide are increasing. Aduna maram wara kan kai dore carbon dioxide increase to kari bangjare ngasai carbon dioxide to di ngasai ma temperature yam sagat hale, making a world hotter and hotter day by day. Many further asks about a hole in the ozone layer ko. Ozone layer ko wa masulay ozone layer the hole amalay hai masina kay do wajano kaina ga mapada muk hangi. Many further asks about a hole in ozone layer. Mani na magkidore ang sagi es baba do di ozone layer hai ba masulay ba mala the hole hai na tai ne ko. I heard that there is a kind of layer ko in our atmosphere called ozone layer, and there is a hole ko. Adu hole the kamain to rizano kan hangi. That ozone layer has a mapanam kumika. Ozone is actually a gas that surrounds the earth in the heights of between 25 to 40 kilometers ko. Akhoi earth ki level sidagi na so mataka khatla kandu da ko say 25 kilometers then 40 kilometers ki marak sida leibine ko ozone layer hai je. And this ozone layer is actually a kind of shield, a kind of guard ko that blocks the harmful ultraviolet rays present in the rays of sun ko. Akhoi gi numit ki manga se masida su ngasai gi harmful rays khara yauri bo ko numit ki manga se loina ma hekta phaba na te bo ko. There are some kind of harmful radiation called UV rays in short ko. We call it ultraviolet rays. The ultraviolet rays mayam je ozone layer se na guard to de ba ngak thok pi do ne bo ko. Ozone layer is our protector, our shield. But kaidoge matamda see the whole light je kaidoge no magi mani gi mapana tai ko Mani's father explains. The hole is caused by a substance called CFC, chlorofluorocarbon ko. So chlorofluorocarbon CFC je si kadai da phange hai taragadi. So masigi sina kamai doge matamda akhoi gi fridge kumba AC gumba sigumba akhoi na seasonary sing day to day life da seasonary sing je masidi yawa pot amane ko. When it is there kashu kai de, but when it goes up into the sky, mix it up in our environment, in our atmosphere ko akhoi gi keno dagi gas to escape to check hiduine ba, and it will get mixed up with the others ko in our atmosphere. It will reach the ozone layer, and after reaching the ozone layer it depletes the ozone layer ko. So when this chlorofluorocarbon, when this gas reach our ozone layer, it makes the ozone layer thinner and thinner. Some patha haleba one day by day some patharam badagi some patharam made kidorokani last a whole amathor evoko, and that is very very dangerous because adugi hold the kidorokani what will happen, those harmful rays which were actually guarded by the ozone layer, they have a go through hold the then it will cause lots of diseases, skin cancer, so just like air pollution, even money father nazo explain to air pollution is I have actually said mamang high water pollution to pollution air pollution, water pollution, land pollution, even noise pollution water water pollution you might have not seen ozone layer with your naked eyes, you cannot see it but water pollution we are seeing it every day. One can see the condition of our own Nambul River. Nambul Turil Jingbay, Nambul Turil Jekadore, quite the mot, quite the Sisnabia, the Turil, whatever, the dirtiest river. So, who makes it dirty? We human beings polluted that river. Besides plastic and other waste materials, plastic waste material, fertilizers hadi khangi ko ngasai har oina agriculture da lawu singu da those things which we use ko for manure madu ko na fertilizers ani ko so some kind of artificial fertilizers leram bi natraga na khoi santhi sanyung na semba khoi gi keno khoi gi environment ka friendly fertilizer leram bi ko manure leram bi ado high because harmful the pesticides, insecticides, or those fertilizers. If they went down to the river the tagraba, ising the chendagraba, then it makes our river poisonous. Poisonous they pollute our water. Last I couldn't the hangbi manina su hangi my mapada. What can we do to protect our environment? As the topic says, what can you do to protect your environment? Environment is protected. Only one choice is there, to plant more trees. Environment protect there are some few ways like less using of motor vehicles because it produces lots of carbon dioxide, carbon monoxide motor vehicle that is why we can reduce the using of motor vehicles. We can say no to polythene bags. So these are the three things. Pollution so all these pollutions, these can be stopped. We can by saving our environment. Environment safe to pollution. If we stop polluting, we will save our environment. How are we going to save our environment? By planting more trees, using less motor vehicles, and saying no to polythene bags.